The demand for exorcists is rising exponentially. One of the countries that has seen the greatest increase in demand is the United States of America. According to Reverend Vincent Lampert of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis, when he was first appointed as an exorcist in 2005, he knew of only a dozen exorcists in the United States. This figure has since increased dramatically. Speaking in 2019, Reverend Lampert stated that there are at least 175 and more each year. There is no official data on the number of exorcisms performed every year. Neither is there a public record of precise numbers of exorcists. A few have spoken out publicly, but most prefer to remain anonymous to avoid being targeted. The church itself encourages its parishioners to seek medical or mental health assistance and reserves exorcism as a last resort. When all other options have been exhausted and thoroughly dismissed, then the church will help, with an exorcist being called to perform an ancient ritual. The fact that there has been such a dramatic increase in the need for this last resort treatment in recent times either indicates a scathing condemnation of medical professionals' abilities or a growing spiritual crisis. The story of Becky Parker, documented by Paulist Productions and reported on by ABC News in 2011, is a remarkable case of alleged demonic possession. Parker claimed to have been possessed by as many as 8 demons over several years. "I know what they look like. I know how big they are. I know where they are in my body." It is believed that Parker was especially susceptible to demonic possession, as she had experienced many trials and tribulations in her life, including abuse and decades of substance addiction, which left her emotionally and mentally vulnerable. Barbara Ganji, a documentary producer, first met Parker when she had employed her and others to do some landscaping work. Whilst working at her property, Parker had asked permission to use her bathroom. After she came out of the bathroom, Ganji claims to have witnessed a terrible transformation. Supposedly, Parker's eyes went dark, her face distorted, and she started snarling at Ganji. Rather disturbingly, she is said to have turned to Ganji and said, "You don't know what you are messing with. We hate you." After that, Parker fell to the floor and began writhing and screaming. Ganji was absolutely shocked to see her in such a state. In her mind, her condition could only have been caused by demonic possession. Thus, she contacted a local Catholic priest to come and administer the prayer of deliverance. Ganji filmed what happened next.
"Speak, I command you, in the name of Jesus."
Oh no!
Leave.
No!
Protect her.
No!
Leave now, I command. Oh, don't let her go.
Stop it! Get her off me!
Tell me your name in the name of Jesus Christ.
Speaking later about how she felt during the ritual, Parker described how she hated the priest and wanted to hurt him. On video, Parker can be seen being restrained as she contorts violently, shaking, kicking and screaming, seemingly doing all that she can to throw off those who are holding her. It is as though the priest's quiet words are causing her physical pain. As well as screaming and writhing in response to the ritual, Parker also supposedly spoke in different languages. When the first of the demons supposedly inhabiting her body was finally exorcised, she collapsed. This moment of liberation was, according to Parker, unlike any other type of relaxation she had ever felt before. After that, one by one, the demons were expelled. At the end of the news segment in which she is interviewed, Parker is reported as having been entirely delivered, having gone on to get married and start writing a book about her experiences. This chilling case was documented in 2011. Since then, the number of similar cases has only increased. Whatever the truth concerning demonic possession, it does seem to be a growing epidemic afflicting more and more people every year. For most, such as Becky Parker and others whose experiences have been documented on camera, there are happy endings. Yet, this is not so for everyone. In some other alleged instances, the possession is reported to have been so severe that the spiritual battle which followed cost the life of the exorcist involved.